Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you. Depending where you are in the world. We're here live in London doing our nighttime devotion. The devotional is called Conflict and Courage. The title today, No Hiding from God. The scripture reading is taken from Joshua 7 verse 12. Neither will I be with you any more, except ye destroy the accursed from among you. The sin of man caused Israel to be beaten before the enemy. Something more than prayer was required. They were to get up and cleanse the camp of Israel. Have you considered why it was that all who were connected with Achan were also subjects of the punishment of God? It was because they had not been trained and educated according to the directions given them in the great standard of the law of God. Achan's parents had educated their son in such a way that he felt free to disobey the word of the Lord. The principles inculcated in his life led him to deal with his children in such a way that they also were corrupted. The punishment reveals the fact that all were involved in the transgression. The history of Achan teaches the solemn lesson that for one man's sin, the displeasure of God will rest upon a people or a nation till the transgression is searched out and punished. Sin is corrupting in its nature. One man infected with its deadly leprosy may communicate the taint to thousands. Those who occupy responsible positions as guardians of the people are false to their trust if they do not faithfully search out and reprove sin. The love of God will never lead to the belittling of sin. It will never cover or excuse an unconfessed wrong. It has to do with all our acts and thoughts and feelings. It follows us, reaches every secret spring of action. By indulgence in sin, men are led to lightly regard the law of God. Many conceal their transgressions from their fellow men and flatter themselves that God will not be strict to mark iniquity. But his law is the great standard of right, and with it every act of life must be compared in that day when God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or evil. Purity of heart will lead to purity of life. All excuses for sin are vain. All excuses for sin are vain. Who can plead for the sinner when God testifies against him? No hiding from God. There is no hiding from God because he knows your every thought. He knows the words before they come out of your mouth. He knows your actions before you take them. He knows your weaknesses. He knows what you're liable to fall to temptations. He reminds you that still small voice. He does remind you. There is no hiding from God. And anyone who thinks they can, I know I can't hide from God. It is a lifelong daily struggle. But we struggle all the same. It is called the fight against self. It is called dying to self. But dying to self can take a lifetime. For some, it might be a minute. Mine is a long struggle. I hope yours isn't as bad.